Howie Hawkins are trying to facilitate the neocon shift that already happened in the UK and Wales, where they renounced and backtracked from their position that was formerly oppositional to NATO. That happened in the last 2 years. That's what Howie Hawkins was trying to do. So if that's the intention of the Green Party, not only do we want nothing to do with it, we're going to actively destroy it. And I mean, whenever I'm talking to someone, what party should I support? Should I support the Green Party? Hell no. I mean, like, I'm going to actively tell people not to support the Green Party if Howie Hawkins is anywhere near leadership. But right now, we need organizations outside the two-party duopoly of both is corrupt. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to allow options for third party to become corrupted, to be unmanageable by the workers. So it's our job as activists to get in the game, see what party actually represent our interests. I voted for the Green Party twice in 2020, and I voted for Jill Stein in 2016. I supported the party for quite some time. And now there are a lot of discussions over what third party to support. Dr. Cornel West running in the People's Party. And you're seeing the Green Party making a lot of decisions over the last few years that was influenced largely by the Howie Hawkins wing that has done a ton of damage to left third parties. But any idea of going through the Democratic Party, like the amazing political analysis that come from the leftist mafia, and many of them, they still believe that the Democratic Party is the path to go through. That is absolutely not the case. That we need to come together as a people, and we need to come together and brainstorm what is the best path for a third party. I believe in a third party that mostly based on mutual aid, community building, organizing, giving people ballot options, but actually fighting for the material conditions of the ordinary people, correct? But it has to be done outside of the capitalist model that we have now. That's a core tenet of what it means to be a Marxist, what it means to be a socialist. You must build socialist organizations. You, as a socialist, do not become a part of a capitalist institution and allow it to whitewash and water your positions down like many people in the United States have done many times before. So with that preface, I want to introduce my friends. I want to get the people, my friends from the Green Party on. We got Justin, Beth, and Stephanie.
So I have met Howie a number of times. And I appreciate again his activism. He's strong on socialism, workers' rights, unionization, right? So if I'm engaging with Howie on that kind of stuff, I'm good. I know a lot of Greens that are just really leaving Howie behind now, and they don't want anything to do with him. People that have had a lifelong experience with him, right, and huge amounts of history, are walking away from him. There's a lot of questions about the Green Party leadership. The leadership of the Green Party is the people. So there's a 9-person steering committee that's elected by the National Committee, which is about 150 plus people from all over the Green Party of the United States. So, the decisions are made by the National Committee. The steering committee kind of helps out with management. But they basically, the 9-person steering committee, just last night maybe, they came up with a decision saying that Howie's gone too far, and that he has to put disclaimer on his whatever he's putting out there that this is a personal opinion and does not reflect the views of the party. I just got that handed to me before this. So
yeah, that's big. That's how you know that he's gone off the rails. Mm-hmm. That the party don't want their name on him at all.
So we do have bylaws, but it's not as easy as you'd think to kick somebody out of the party. And right now, Howie, okay, I mentioned like the structure at the national level is 9-person steering committee, 150 plus members, right, representing all the different states. And we can have like delegates, alternate delegates, observers. So right now, Howie Hawkins is an observer to the national committee. That is all he is. So he writes these really annoying emails to the national committee, and everybody's just like, get off of it, Howie. And so it's he's an observer, and it's up to the state of New York that basically seats people to the national committee to, they could rescind his observer status on the national committee, which I hope they do, because I'm tired of seeing his emails. But that said, if Howie wants to run for president, he can still do it, right? We don't. It's like, I mean, we can get into like the whole nomination process, how that works, right? So if he wants to run for president, it's hard for us to say no, you can't run for president.
I'm also asking it to be done in a democratic way. So I'm
Yes.
not asking for authoritarian measures to be taken. Like, so if Howie Hawkins want to be part of the party, I'm talking about the party reject him, meaning like he has no route to that. Like, there's no route, there's no way that any Green Party mechanism will defend him because there's not enough people to do so. So that's kind of why I'm implying as well. Meaning the Green Party reject him. Meaning he has no support. Like, why would anyone in the party support him? But sorry, Justin, if you want to finish your thought, that's kind of why I meant it.
Yeah, just the Green Party in New York, it's really up to them if they want to have him on the national committee. And again, if somebody wants to run for president, right? It's hard for us to say no, you can't run for president if they're following our processes to run for president, right? We have like fair kind of established processes to say, hey, I want to be a nominee for president. So if Howie does that, I mean, it's hard to say no, you can't run for president. But we can make it very clear that he's not in line with our values, and we do that most effectively in the nomination process by saying no, we're not going to give you the nomination, Howie. And I think the poll that I put together there that you've got, I think, on deck will kind of show the level of support the lack of support that Howie now has.
So this is the straw poll you sent me. So we know it's Twitter, but this is still interesting considering the people that probably see your tweets. The same with me. I have more of a radical audience, so I'm sure the people that respond to your tweet are people who are more Green Party friendly, somewhere left, right? So here's the straw poll that Justin posted. Who would you vote for in the Green Party presidential nomination process if these was your choice? So if you guys are wondering whether the Green Party is filled with Howie Hawkins imperialists, only 6%. And who are those people? 6% support Cornel West. Cornel West, 93%. And I also think that speak against Howie Hawkins as well in the party.
There's a sub poll under all that where people said, now do Howie versus somebody else. Now do Howie. And then someone else put one, do Howie versus a potato. And the potato won.
The
potato won.
By similar numbers.
Potato won? So I guess that's a good point because, like, I would get blown out by Dr. Cornel West too, right? So I guess it will make Howie Hawkins look better than he actually does. But like in general, people are just tired of Howie Hawkins. That's a great point